Welcome back. Welcome back. Father and son news show here on radioonfire.com. How you doing, Dad?
Hey, brother, good, brother, good.
You in a good mood?
Yeah,
Per
yeah,
usual.
yeah.
A lot of things going on in the world, of course. And I actually wanted to start with a little bit on the light side of things. You know what I mean?
hmm
And talk a little bit of sports, like the Ravens game last 2 weeks,
Oh yeah,
up and
yeah.
down.
That's my team. Hey, listen.
Okay. You know we got this on tape now. We got this on tape. You
Yeah,
said it's your
yeah,
team. Okay,
yeah.
good.
Long as they got Jackson on there.
Right. Because
the,
you
the
didn't
Lions used to be my team now.
Yeah.
I used to be the Lions, man.
you
But,
didn't like Flacco,
I hated Flacco.
but you did
Oh,
like that one game.
Yeah, I liked some of the games he played, but
You liked the Super Bowl.
I didn't like it when they won that Super Bowl, and they gave him that $20 million and start cutting the salaries of some of the other players that was catching that ball. Nah,
Mm,
then I was through with the Ravens.
mm. So we had two games so far. We had a Monday night game and we had a Sunday night game. The Monday night game we lost.
Which we should have won.
Yeah, I agree. And we played the Raiders, which I thought we would have been able to beat the Raiders.
Hey, they think we can beat the Lions too. Okay, but I don't.
Well, usually with the Ravens, we win the games that we're supposed to lose, and we lose the games we're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Second game, we play Kansas City,
Yes.
who we've had problems with. Problems.
Everybody's had problems.
And right, everybody's had problems. You talk about the second best team in the league. They were in the Super Bowl runner up, and then they were Super Bowl champions before that. And they knocked us out of the playoffs before. So there was a lot of pressure, but it was a home game. It was our first, game this season. And the first time the
Home
games this season. And the first time fans have been able to be in the arena. And all of that played a factor in the victory.
Yeah. How many fans was in there? Was it like 60,000 people?
It was a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people in there. They weren't at capacity, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
And they were loud.
Yeah.
And they were excited.
They were vociferous.
We talked about this game before it happened.
Yeah.
We both predicted that we were going to win.
Yeah.
Mom, on the other hand, had no faith.
Everybody said the Ravens were going to lose. Right. Listen, if I knew how to bet on it, I would have definitely bet on that game because I knew the Ravens was going to win that game because Jackson was going to play.
Yeah, and he showed up. What do you think about him? Like, they saying, I don't know how long he may do this style, or I didn't think he really put his body on the line in that game. I have seen him take some hits sometimes that I wish he didn't take, but I didn't think that he did. He just willed victory, and he put the team on his back. We're going to go as far as Lamar Jackson carries the Ravens.
He carried him. He carried him. On Sunday.
Definitely. Definitely.
And only thing I didn't like was that flip he did.
You didn't like that?
I didn't want to hurt himself.
Oh, wait. That was a nana. He's like, I can do this one.
Right.
That's one of the ones you do in the bed.
If he had landed on his feet, you know what I mean? But he landed on that hip. And he said at the end of the game, they said his hip was hurt.
But I've done that plenty of times as a kid on the bed.
Yeah, right.
But that's totally different than landing on the turf.
How old is he?
Lamar?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
Well,
he can do that.
He can do that. He's 24. He ain't gonna do that at 28, but 24 he'll do that.
So you mentioned the Lions.
Yes.
Lions is your team.
We're coming to Detroit now. We're coming to Detroit. Hey, Pumpkin Henry, we coming now. Okay.
Those some of your people from back in the day.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for this Sunday 1 p.m. Ravens versus the Lions?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know anything about the Lions. Okay, I don't even know that black quarterback. I don't know anything about them. But I know all about the Ravens, and y'all in trouble. Okay.
Ravens are in trouble?
No.
Oh, Lions are in trouble.
Lions is in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, and they know they're in trouble.
Can this team go all the way? Can this?
We're gonna be in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We're gonna be. I don't know who we're gonna be playing, but I guarantee you we're gonna be in the Super Bowl. Forget the playoffs. We're gonna be in the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's a big
prediction.
That's a big prediction.
I'll put some money on that too if I knew how.
That's a big prediction.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad that you feel like that. And so we are talking about the Ravens and NFL. Other than that, did you watch any of the other games?
No.
So the only thing you watch is gonna be the Ravens.
All I watched was the Ravens.
Steelers, you watch the Steelers and see what they do.
I know what they do, but I didn't watch them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I don't even know what the Lions have. I don't even know any of the team. Is it all white team? I don't know. I don't know nothing about the Ravens.
Tell me this before we get off this subject, because we don't talk sports on air too much.
No.
What are your thoughts on the reason that the commentators never seem to like the Ravens? They're always rooting for the other team. They're always talking us down, and they don't seem to respect Lamar Jackson because he plays a different style. I mean, what's going on there?
Well, the team is too dark. It's a black team. And they act black. They're all black, and his hairstyle. They don't like anything about him. I don't like his hair. I like him though. But but that's all. Everything in this country is all about race. You know what I mean? And so that's what it is. I mean, if he was a white boy playing the way he's playing now, they would be saying, he's changed the face of the game. It's changed forever. He's the greatest quarterback ever. But now they kept saying, maybe we don't call him a quarterback. He's a playmaker or whatever. Whatever. It's all about race. And
there's nothing we can do about that.
No.
Yeah.
It's their problem.
Okay. All right. So, but hopefully they're not going to change the name. The playmaker. It doesn't have the same ring to it like quarterback.
Right. Because I remember when Jesse Jackson was running for president.
Yeah. 84.
In 84. And what's the Washington Redskins had a quarterback, Williams.
Doug Williams.
And they were saying it was just so remarkable.
He was the man.
How a black quarterback. I said, remarkable. We got a black man running for president. What are you talking about? Because he's a quarterback. What's a quarterback? I mean, I was insulted by that. So
yeah, and
I get insulted easily.
They meant it as a compliment, but I guess, or maybe because we've always been athletic and excelled.
We've always been the greatest athletes on the planet.
Definitely,
everybody knows.
So that should be no surprise.
They was trying to be condescending.
Okay, yeah. Well, now
and this is 1980s.
Yeah. So when you talk about it now, are they still trying to be condescending?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, that's because they wouldn't be talking about playmaker. They'd be talking about he's the greatest quarterback they've ever seen.
Right, because they've called people greatest that can't do half of what he can do.
Oh, of course.
I don't understand what the fascination is with the quarterback staying in the pocket. I don't understand what the fascination is. To me, it's about winning the game, but that goes to Floyd Mayweather. They want him to fight a certain way, right. But he wins the game, it wins the boxing match, and that's it. And you need to excite the people more
because they can't do that. Right. They want you to do things that they can because they still just stand there and throw the ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with Floyd, their thing is rock 'em, sock 'em, roll back. They want you to get battered, and his thing is no, I want to hit you, and I ain't gonna let you hit me. So that's too. They can't do that.
Right.
They're not slick enough.
Right.
And so they want to say that we don't like that kind of fighting. So anything that you can do, they want to change the rules because they can't do it.
Well, that's a great segue, and something not on our list, but I want to talk about it real quick. Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yes.
3.
Yes.
I'm excited to see this fight.
I want him to knock him out.
Okay, who?
Cold.
Tyson Fury?
I want Wilder to knock him out cold. Okay. I didn't even watch the second fight
because you already knew what happened.
Yeah, I heard what happened. Yeah, I didn't.
So you do not like Tyson Fury? Do you respect his boxing ability at all?
I don't like the way he looked. You know what I mean? I don't like it. You know what I mean? His hey, listen, no.
Okay.
No, no.
Now, I don't want to make any predictions. I need at least to be 30 seconds in the first round before I can really. I need to see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But if Tyson Fury knocks out Deontay Wilder again, TKO or KO,
then Wilder should quit, and he will quit. He'll retire.
Now, if it goes the other way, and it's something like the first fight, and Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury, then what?
Then Tyson Fury gonna retire.
Okay.
And listen, I'm a betting man. I'm betting on that fight too.
You want to bet on that fight? Okay.
I'm betting on Wilder. Yeah, give me the Wilder, and all the way we're gonna be voting for Tyson Fury. Give me Wilder.
Definitely.
Give me Wilder.
Definitely. Well, I will say this: Tyson Fury, and this one may be for some of the younger people may not get this, but Tyson Fury is no Jerry Cooney. We can agree on that.
He's better than Jerry Cooney.
He's much better than Jerry Cooney. But the Great White Hope, nonetheless. So also Canelo, is going to fight. That's my guy. I like Canelo.
Yeah,
I'm picking Canelo.
Okay.
In that fight.
This one we disagree on.
Okay. What do you say?
I'm going with Plank.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll bet on that too.
Okay. All right.
I got $3.
Okay. Last boxing subject, and that is De La Hoya put a challenge out, $100 million. Sorry, $100 million for Floyd Mayweather and him.
Yeah.
Should Floyd do that? We got two retired fighters.
Yeah.
One fighter we ain't seen in a long time. Yeah. And I think the last time we see him, did he lose?
He lost. The last time we saw him fight, he lost to the Filipino boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little boy beat him up.
Big money though. Big money though.
Yeah.
Should Floyd Mayweather even entertain a fight with Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, with Oscar, because he can beat him. And $100 million, he can beat him. If I was Floyd, I would just say 125. And you got a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big fight because the Spanish speaking folks will definitely come out to see De La Hoya.
Yeah.
And
is that what he used to be pretty? No, what they call him?
Golden Boy.
The Golden Boy.
Yeah.
The Golden Boy.
Yeah, Golden Boy. Yeah. So I hope that happens.
Yeah.
And all of that. So yeah, we will definitely keep people posted on that. And you already pretty much gave your predictions for that. So now that we got some,
I predict this: it won't be a knockout.
Well, no, definitely not. Definitely nobody gonna get knocked out.
No.
Nobody gonna get knocked out.
No.
But let's do. We got some of the lighter stuff out of the way. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. Come back 10 seconds and get into some heavy stuff. Let's talk Haitian migration.
Yes.
After this.
Yes.
Okay, and we are back. Diamond K. D. Williams in here. How you doing, Dad?
Yes.
So, father and son news show. So, they say that it's a crisis at the border.
A crisis at the border.
They've been talking about this for a long time. Crisis, build a wall, all that kind of stuff. So, we're seeing a massive amount of Haitian immigrants trying to come into the country, and they were waiting under a bridge in Texas or near the Texas border. And initially when I saw it, but I just assumed, not really paying attention, these are Mexicans, Spanish speaking folks, and when you brought it to my attention that no, these are Haitians, no, it's not Haitians. What are you talking about? It's not Haitians. It's nowhere near Haiti. What are we talking about? And then
how did they get to Texas?
How did they get there? and then you said it, and then and I'm looking again, but they are Haitians. What is going on? And so we have this huge surge of Haitians wanting to come into America, and we're seeing some terrible images. The optics look really bad of white folks on horses and our Haitian brothers and sisters. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's sad. And listen, I got all the sympathy in the world for Haiti because my son-in-law is Haitian. I mean, I was supposed to work in Haiti back in the 80s. I just feel bad, and Haiti has been catching. I mean, the president was assassinated a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. I mean, and the hurricanes, and I mean, and then that what they had to pay $100 billion. How many billions of dollars Haiti had to pay to France? I mean, the whole world has been against Haiti, and I believe in building up Haiti. Everybody can't come here. You know what I mean? I believe in building up Haiti, and it's a sad situation. I mean, I'm just
Yeah. So you're I was thinking the same thing. You're leaning more towards let's build up their country as opposed to trying to bring, their country, their citizens here.
Yeah. Because I mean,
how do we do that though? Where how do we do that? Is it through the government? Is it through these foundations from America? Like, how does that?
It's enterprise. It's doing business. I mean, because I was supposed to go to Haiti back in the 80s, and it was for a Latin American trading company. They was setting up a factory in Haiti, zipper to make zippers, and but it's business. I think the only thing I knew that Haiti was making, they used to make baseballs. They used to make baseballs but you got to do business. You got to create, you got to create opportunity for them to be business people and to build a business and build Haiti up. I mean, Haiti's a great country. It's a great people.
Yeah.
And I don't, yeah.
And hardworking people.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of determination to come through South America the way they did.
My goodness.
And that's a treacherous
and some of the people I saw from Haiti, the girls look good. The guy, I mean, they, some of them, they look, I mean, look like they was girl down the street from me.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And carrying food and
but Haiti kids. I was supposed to be a Port-au-Prince 40 years ago, and it's a shame. I think that Haiti needs to get back some of the money that the billions of dollars that they had to pay France over 122 years. It took them to pay them back. I don't think they finished paying them until the 1940s.
Right.
Started paying them 1800s.
Right.
That's why I don't have no money.
I don't even understand why that was even a thing.
Man, that's crazy. They need to get that money back.
Yeah. And it's funny that we're looking at the French people with their panties in a bunch now because the submarines.
Yeah.
And
right. For Australia.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they pulling back their diplomats because they mad because America came with a better deal for better product. But like you're saying, it's about commerce and doing business and trade, and people a lot of times they talk about the money and how that can affect whether you're talking about Afghanistan or wherever you're talking about. That money and that commerce is really what helps the people of the country because it's about jobs.
Right. I mean, United States and China disputing. America is getting nervous because they about to become the largest economy. It's China. But what's happening also that people don't talk about because they don't know about it is China is building a lot of money, putting a lot of money in Africa. We
have been for a while.
Yeah. And they're building. Okay, they're investing and if I know about Africa, you can't go into Africa and just do business and not do joint ventures. So these people are doing business with Africans. They won't let it happen. So it's
now. Why is that important?
Why
the investment? Why is the investment important?
That's everything. What I mean? That's everything. I remember being in Nigeria back in the 1980s, and being there on the radio and television. All they did is talk about America and England. What they didn't like America or England.
Oh, they were talking bad about
it. Yeah. But these you see Nigerians everywhere in the world. I've been to China. I've seen Nigerians in China. Nigerians are everywhere, okay, and they're hardworking, they're hustlers. You know what I mean? They cold blooded now. You know what I mean? and I'm so familiar with Nigeria because my name, they call me Oba de Kumba when I'm in Nigeria. Oba de Kumba. Oba means king born abroad, so they looked at me like a king born in America.
Okay.
Oba de Kumba. So I love Nigeria.
I've
been to Nigeria. I got people who love me. in Nigeria, and who treat me like I am. I'm an elder, so you know how they treat elders. So they bow down to me and give me the respect because I put in the years.
But you told me not to do the radio show there, though.
I didn't want you to go there by yourself.
Oh, right.
No. If you see some of the movies your mother you'll see why. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Yeah, man. I got out there 2 times with the skin of my life. I mean, man, they were. This was doing. I was doing a coup during this time. I mean, I go back to the Biafra War. Most people don't even know what even Nigerians don't even know what the Biafra War was. That's been in the 1960s when they were having a civil war. And they had bombs. They had this was unbelievable. So we as a people are the greatest people on this planet, and we got to, that's the only thing that holds us back. And even in America, we got to know we got the Midas touch. Just as we talking about sports, everybody in the world know we're the greatest people in sports.
Yeah,
we do everything. We talk about orators. Who are the greatest speakers? Orators. Whatever we touch turn to gold.
Right.
Acting, science. I mean, we are the people. It's
absolutely, definitely.
That's a great man right there too. I remember, y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
We're gonna get into that right after this. Father and Son News Show. Diamond K. D. Williams, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back. D. Williams, Diamond K in here. And, before we go, I always like to finish it off with some great person we have a conversation about.
Yes.
Today, I want to talk about Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey.
A lot of people have heard the name Marcus Garvey, but may not know everything that they need to know. What stands out to you about the late, great Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey was, don't let them fool you. Hallelujah. White folks trying to fool you. So Marcus Garvey was a great black man. He wasn't even American. He was from Jamaica.
Yeah.
He was a great black man. Powerful. What I remember in reading about Marcus Garvey, I gave a speech once, and I used Marcus Garvey's word. Marcus Garvey said, you know what he said? He said, greatness, hallelujah, greatness is measured by the impact that a person has on your life. Could be a country, a senator, the impact that a person has on your life. And I said, that's greatness. Greatness, the impact that a person has on your life. Greatness. And so that's when you're great, when you have an impact. If you ain't had no impact on the person, okay, you done live. But when you had an impact, that's when you know you've been great. Marcus Garvey was a great man. He preached black pride. I mean, this is in the 1912.
That was a very tough time for black people in this country.
Yeah, that was unbelievable to have that courage. And he said, go back to Africa and let's build Africa. And I have a lot of respect for Marcus Garvey.
Yeah. And like you said, born in Jamaica, same. Don't know if you knew this or not. Same birthday as my sister Shawan.
Right, August 17th.
Yeah. And so he saw a lot, did a lot, preaching black nationalism and Pan-Africanism. So a lot of that talk of going back to Africa and leaving this country and other countries and going there originated or really make popular by him.
And you know what? One thing you said, you said what's so important about commerce? And like you said, commerce was so important. Now here's a brother we're talking about in the early 1900s, built a ship. Okay, built a ship, but the only problem was with that ship, he had to deal with white folks that don't like him anyway.
Right.
We wasn't building no ships. Okay, and so he got taken advantage of a lot because of who he had to deal with. I got to negotiate with my enemy. And so he ran into a lot of problems, negotiating and getting things done, because I can't go to a black guy to get the steel from, and I got to get my steel from this guy. So that was the problem that he ran into a lot, and that's why it's important. And I've always stressed this to my kids: we got to build, we got to make things. You got to be in business. This make the world go round. We as black people in America, we're consumers. So we sit on the sideline and watch the whole world just maneuver, and we got to jump in. You know what I mean? I remember I started making underwear in 1980. I didn't know about underwear, but I had a factory that could make them in Jamaica, and I jumped in. You go for it. We only got one life to live. Go for the stars. We're gonna die anyway. What you scared of? So we gotta go.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad you said that. And that's something that you've always said to me. I didn't always get it, because when you first started saying, I was very young.
Yeah. I was he was 3. I was talking to him like I'm talking right now. I know that's crazy. What is he talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Marcus Garvey, as you said, great. And so his was a separatist movement. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, because he saw how we were treated. I mean, what else conclusion could you come up with? Mm-hmm. We need to separate for people that they hang you, they try to rape you, they try to kill you, they won't pay you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. And we were talking about commerce, mm-hmm. and economic empowerment. And this is something that is achievable.
Yeah.
You were talking about the consumer mindset that a lot of us have, and which that's still okay as long as the goods that you're consuming primarily come from black people.
That's right.
We need consumers. Right. But you need to do business with your own people.
Right.
And that's the thing. And we just need to re-educate this mindset that the quality stuff only comes from people other than us.
Right. I just got on Facebook, a friend of mine, Vicky mm-hmm. in Detroit, sent me it was about a gas station in Detroit. There was black-owned gas station. I mean, I love that. That need to be the number one gas station in Detroit. And I remember going into a grocery store here in Baltimore. It's no longer in existence, called Apples and Oranges. Mm. My wife, everybody knows me as giving my business to black restaurants, black stores. That's the first thing I go out of my way. And I remember going to this supermarket, one of the best feelings I've felt in my life. I went to this supermarket with my wife, and the manager of the store, when we came in, she said, "That's them." And then the man that she was talking to, he owned a restaurant called Darker Than Blue, a restaurant. He said, they come to my restaurant. And the other person said, he come to my restaurant. They start clapping. They say, "These is black folk." I start crying. Because that's what we got to do. Why you ain't clapping for me to come to their store?
All right. They were happy that you were there and appreciated your business. A lot of times we go places where they don't respect our business, don't respect our money. Mm-hmm. And that's like that hurry up and buy kind mm-hmm. of mentality mm-hmm. that you see from other races. And look at this comment right here on the screen, on that screen. You see that right here?
On the screen?
No, that one right there.
No, okay.
Right here. We are so lost sometimes.
Oh,
time for change.
Yes.
What does that mean to you when they say that? Talking about black people.
Yes, we do. We got to change, and this is the perfect time. I am so proud of my people because we ready. And the reason that the country is in flux right now because they know it.
Yeah,
they feel it. They say change gonna come. That's where Sam Cooke song.
Change is gonna come.
They know it. And the way, and you can't stop the wave when it's coming. It's coming. It's just like when the momentum changed in the football game. It's changed,
and you can just feel it. It's an intangible. You can't touch it, but you can feel it. There's, when they say the tension's so thick, you can cut it with a knife. Like you can just you can feel that momentum shifting. And you're absolutely right. The momentum is shifting, has shifted, it's been shifting for a while.
Yeah.
But right now is a better time than ever before.
Yes.
Yeah. Better time than ever before, because we have a lot of people making money, and we have a lot of Black folks with means, and everybody needs to buy something. You were talking about gasoline,
right?
And I heard Mom talking about a couple weeks ago a Black company that have toilet paper.
Yes.
You know what I mean? These are just things that you have to have. You can't, you get just the basics. And if you're able to make sure that you get the basics, it's just the basics. It's like food, water, liquor, clothing, toilet paper, basics.
And I just went online and I did a little spot for a friend of mine. She has a Walter, good friend of mine. His daughter just had published a book called Black. See there, it's Black Hand. No, Brown Hands, Black Schools.
Okay.
Brown Hands, Black Schools. I just bought it.
I like that name. Yeah.
I just bought a book for my grandson's birthday is next week, and but that's what we have to do. I mean, I had to go online. It wasn't easy. I got to go online and order the book.
Right.
And so no, the greatest feeling in the world that I found in my life is doing business with your people. Giving you my money and you giving you your money.
Right. Other nationalities do that
automatically.
That's what they do. And it doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. They do that. Like, even though we see other races set up shop in our communities, and we've seen that over the years, right? Neighborhood that we grew up in, the Asians had a supermarket there. They had a mechanic there, but had you ever seen them shopping in the community themselves? Never. They spent their money in their own community. You know what I mean? And we have to do that same thing. But for so long, it's been other races and other nationalities infiltrating our communities, in our lifetimes. And for the longest time, and the generations before me, I guess in your generation and generation before that, things were different, but it switched, I guess, like mid 60s, right? Or late 60s, it started to really switch. And we started having these other nationalities coming in.
Right. And when I was raised in Detroit, and I was raised, we had a lot of party stores, Black-owned party stores. And
like, what you mean? What kind of store?
Black-owned. It's like a corner store.
Okay.
Party.
So you can get like all the little stuff that you need without necessarily leaving the neighborhood.
Right. And then now it's all owned by Arabs. They've taken over it
in Detroit.
I came back maybe 15 years later, and I'm gonna start crying. It remember me of that movie. So this lady was in the car, and she was got trapped in New York, in Harlem, white lady, and then she said, "Where are all the white people?" and I came and I said, "Where all the Black people go?"
So when you left Detroit and came to Baltimore, what was it like there then? Were the Arabs there then?
No. When I left, they were coming. But it wasn't like it is now.
But there was still a lot of Black-owned stores.
Yeah. Black people had money when I left Detroit because they working at the factory was strong. But yeah, they had stores and we were. But it's changed now completely. The Arabs have taken the whole city over.
The whole city, not just certain sections.
No, the whole city. The whole city, and the largest population of Iraqis outside of Iraq live in Michigan, Dearborn, Michigan. There's more more Iraqis live there than anywhere else in the world except for Iraq.
Wow, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, and they.
But that means that they
run Detroit.
Right. Yeah, so there's power in that. But even when you look at that, it's unity They had to unify, and then each one taught one, and then a bunch of folks was there, and they told people we need to go there. It's such and such and such and such to live there, and then such, and then it just came and just came and just came.
And they come and they have a plan, because you look at the Indians, India, they got a lot of 7-Eleven stores now, and they got little motels, you know what I mean? But they have a plan. I remember going to the NAACP. I've said this before. Going to NAACP when we used to manufacture underwear. I said we could get a monopoly on underwear for our people. We control that market.
Right.
You have to control something, But we weren't business people. So they thought I was crazy. They got Fruit Balloons and Hanes. I said, but
is that what they said?
Yeah. I said, but that's not us. He said, they ain't go buy underwear just because they black. I said, well, they need to. We had to show them how.
You know that mindset still exists.
Yeah.
That mindset still exists. It's unfortunate because I have heard people say to me, "What, I'm supposed to shop there just because they black?"
Yeah.
And they'll question it. I've seen people online say it. When you go, and of course this happened to you, but I've said this many times, but I want you to tell me what you think that people should do. When you go to a black store, black person, and let's say something doesn't go the way you want it to go. Let's say the experience wasn't pristine. It wasn't the best experience that it could be. You left unhappy. Maybe they didn't do something that you like. What did you do? How do you handle that as a black person?
You have to tell them because they don't know. You go to the manager, you have to tell them. You know what I mean? If you want me to come back now, I tell, if you want me to come back and you want my money, you got to do this. Okay. And the next person not gonna come here. I'm saying that I've been in business all my life, so I'm telling you this. I tell them, you have to, and then but they appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we don't have. I'm in. Marketing and sales is a very American thing. I mean, I've been in Africa 40 years ago. And you think about. I said I want a Heineken beer. We don't have the beer. We don't have Heineken beer. This is the beer we have. So that's customer service. They don't really have that. So it's really sales and selling and marketing is a unique American thing. It's come about in 50, 60, 70 years. So other countries are coming into it, but that and being in China, I told you before, they sell. Can't nobody sell like them. They
because it's catering. It's catering,
making the person feel good.
Yeah, and make, like you said, when the folks clapped when you were in the store, it's making you feel good. Look, I got a couple dollars to spend. I'm gonna go there because they make me feel good when I go in.
Why would I go in it? Why would I go to any other supermarket?
Right.
Right.
So that is important to do, and you're absolutely right, because what I want to get away from, and I see it online all the time. Somebody, a black person, will go into a black store, black-owned store, black-run store, and blast them on social media because the experience was not the way they wanted it to be. Only going there one time, and then or they said that the price was too high,
and the price is gonna be higher.
And the price was too high. They'll say that. Yeah. But how many times you complain from Walmart? We go into Walmart, you stand in line for an hour because they only got 3 lanes open. You don't complain about that, and you go back again.
Right, you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right,
and then give me. I only got.
We out of chicken. We don't have no chicken. What else you want?
Or I'm supposed to get 4 piece and I got a 3 piece. This biscuit is hard as a brick. You know what I mean? But you go back again.
And you don't complain. You don't go on social media and blast them.
Let me tell you, that's a slave mentality, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Like Harriet Tubman said, what she said, I could have saved hundreds if I could have convinced them they were slaves.
Yeah, that was a very, very powerful statement because it's the mindset. Because of the fear of what's on the other side. This is all that they knew. They didn't think that anything was wrong with the slavery.
Right.
When you say,
because that's all they knew.
Because they didn't know what was else. And some people, like you said, you only live once. They were scared and didn't think that there was anything else. This is what we were supposed to be. Right. And it wasn't true. TV right here. I want to read this. I am a new sub here. I love y'all content. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And this is my father, by the way. If y'all think this is my homeboy, this is my father, and we do this every Wednesday, talking the news and all that good stuff. Definitely thank you as always. So people don't know you are someone who really promotes health and exercising and all of that. So talk about how people can get involved with what you're doing.
Listen, if you want to live long and live strong, go to thesebabyboomers.com. The letter D, babyboomers.com. Because listen, I'm in my 70s, but I feel like I feel like I'm my son's age, and I feel a little older than him because I feel like I'm in my 50s because I learned in traveling to Africa, Asia, little secrets that keep you living longer. Marcus Garvey was right. He said, "Hallelujah, they trying to fool you." Okay, be careful. You know what I mean? Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you associate with. Everything need to be done out of love. You need to love yourself enough to take care of yourself. You need to love yourself to do business with your people. Go out of your way. You got to go out of your way to do business with black people because they all on the other side of town. Only got one store, but you got to go there. You know what I mean? You got to love yourself, and that's what I instill in my children. You got to love. Do you enjoy your life?
Definitely.
Here's a guy who told me, he said, "Daddy, I ain't never had a bad day." I said, "Dwayne, what?" He said, "I enjoy every second of my life."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some days are challenge. Something might be challenging. I don't have no bad days though. Tomorrow, I'm gonna figure it out tomorrow. It didn't work out today. I'm gonna figure it out tomorrow, or the next day, and just figure it out. It's problem solve. Life is just problem solve. It's just problem solve. Yeah. Somebody asked me, my day job, what do you do? Because what's your title? What is your title here? Because they say I see you fixing computers. I see you moving stuff. You pick up. What do you do?
Who are you?
And I told them that I am a problem solver.
Right.
You know what I mean? I solve problems.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And that's all life is.
That's
you
right.
just figuring out a problem, solving a problem.
I was getting ready to say, if you can have that mentality, a problem solver, then you on top because as soon as you solve that one problem,
is enough we're gonna be waiting for
the next
one. Right? Is enough we're gonna be waiting for you. So, but that's just what it is. When you think back, when I think back about school, it wasn't a graduation day. That wasn't the exciting. It was the whole road, all of the ups and downs and the fall down to get. Yeah. That's what was the interesting part.
Right.
Graduation day was a quick day; it just went by really fast. I don't remember too much about it, And you think that's the point you want to get to. I can't wait till I graduate. Or, even when you talk about moving out your parents' house, depending on what your experience was in your house. When I move out of here, the actual day that you move, you think about everything that got you to that point. When you were able to move, to me, and I may be talking about my own experience, but
that's what it's that step by step,
right?
Enjoying each moment of your life,
right?
Because it goes by quick,
right?
And that's all it is.
That's all it is.
And this is a gift.
Yeah.
We don't even know. Listen, it's all kind of religions in the world, but let me tell you, don't nobody know how we got here. They don't know where.
They think they know.
They think they know.
They think they know.
And they think they know where we're going.
You know where you're going?
Nobody has come back to say where we're going.
That's true.
So it's a gift and it's a blessing.
Enjoy it while you got it.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So we'll be back next week. All right.
Yes.
And you telling me you cold right now?
Cold?
Yeah.
Get the air blowing. Yeah.
And I got a fan blowing on us too. And I heard him shiver, and I said, "What is going on?"
He got a punching bag, and I'm getting ready to go do some boxing in a minute, so I'll be warmed up.
All right. Well, this has been great, and as always, thank you so much. If you miss any episodes of the show, you can always go to radioonfire.com/father and son, or you can check us out anywhere online. Just search Father and Son News. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.